Hello, I'm so glad that you decided to go on this Advent yoga journey with me, and we're going to start and jump right in up at the top of our mats in mountain pose. We're going to take a big breath up, arms overhead, breathe in, and exhale down to heart center. We're going to breathe in and exhale, hands to heart center. We're just getting warmed up. Breathe in, arms up, and down to heart center. At the top, you can find a little back bend if that feels good. We're going to lift up again, breathe in, and hands back to heart center. Throughout this practice, I want you to go at your own pace. I want you to find any movement that feels good, like those little head bobs side to side. As we breathe up and down, you can find a back bend if that feels good, and you can come back down to heart center, exhaling. Always inhaling up and exhaling down to heart center. I'm going to call this low mountain pose, so join me here with arms out to our sides, palms facing up, as a symbol that we're ready to receive, that we're ready to go on this journey of yoga together. Inhale, reach up, and stand up on your tippy toes. See how high you can stand. Feel your toes and your feet beneath you. If they start to shake, that's perfectly fine, but we're here, we're stretching up, and we're taking up space. We're growing like a tree from the stump. You can stand tall, look up, pretend that there's a string pulling you from the top of your head, neck long, shoulders down. I really struggle with my shoulders coming up to find my ears. And that's never good. We want to relax. We want to shake it out. Exhale down. And find that low mountain pose again. Inhale up. And exhale, chair pose. Now you can see here, we're sitting back as if we're in a chair. Our knees shouldn't come over our toes, but if your shoulders are tight, you can move your hands down in front of you or back to heart center. And breathe. The most important thing when we're holding these poses is to remember to breathe in and out through our nose. If it feels good, you can reach your hands up if that's accessible for your shoulders. My shoulders are a little tight, so I tend to alternate between them. It's good to find stillness, but it's also good to find any movement that feels good to you. Inhale and exhale, stand back up in that low mountain pose. Breathe and notice how you feel. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up, and exhale, let's float all the way down to touch our toes in a forward fold. It's okay if your fingers can't find the mat. They can grasp alternate elbows. You could just let them hang down in front of you. Think about centering your weight in your feet. You shouldn't be back on your heels or leaning too far forward, but centered, equal weight in both feet. If you can, come down and feel the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to, but place your fingertips on the mat. Feel your weight on those 4 points in the ground. When you're ready, you can heel toe your feet together if they're not already, and see what that feels like. Notice how it's different than having your feet maybe apart. Find what feels good for you as you practice yoga today, and keep breathing in and out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. When you're ready, inhale, sweep all the way up to that low mountain pose. You can stand at the top of your mat or the middle of your mat. Wherever you end up is really fine for this practice. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, come to chair pose. Inhale, low mountain pose. Exhale, fold. And we're going to flow like this. One breath, one movement in your own time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, low mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale fully, arms all the way up. And exhale, completely sit back into your chair. Inhale, low mountain pose. And exhale, fold. Notice how you feel. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, low mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. And keep going with your own breath and your own time. When you're ready, let's come into forward fold here and relax. Exhale and inhale, halfway lift. When you're in halfway lift, your hands can be on your thighs or on your shins, or your fingers can even be on the floor. Exhale, fold, and inhale, halfway lift again. And when you're ready, inhale, roll all the way up to that low mountain pose again. Notice how you feel after flowing for a few breaths. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sweep all the way down to our forward fold again, and step our left foot back to a low lunge. We can put our knee on the floor and untuck our toe. Here, it's really important that you're not dumping all of your weight into your arms, into your fingertips, but you're staying light in the front and you're continuing to breathe. Your neck should be long. You don't have to look directly out in front of you, but a little bit in front. And notice how you feel here. On an inhale, place your left palm down and reach your right hand up to find a twist. You can tuck your toe again and come back into that strong, powerful lunge. Then plant your feet and come into a warrior two position. Here, your knee should be over your ankle. You should be able to see your front toe, so your knee shouldn't be pulling in. Should be pressing equally into all four corners of your feet again, and breathing in and out. Inhale and exhale, come into peaceful warrior. This is a side stretch for your right side body. You can look up at your hand if that feels good. I bet you can go even further than me because my back is really tight. And when you're ready, on an exhale, cartwheel your hands back down and come into our only plank of this practice if that feels good, or just press up to a downward facing dog. When you get there, take a breath in and start to slowly walk toward the top of your mat to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up, arms up overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Now step your right foot back behind you, and same thing, you know where we're going this time. Knee goes down. Notice how this side might feel different than the one we did first. Every side is different and there's no judgment there. It just is what it is. You can find some soft, gentle movement as you continue to breathe in this pose. Breathe into your thighs that are stretching. Breathe into your chest that's reaching forward. Notice how your fingertips feel on the earth. Tuck your toe, plant your palm, and twist the other direction. Look up toward your hand if that feels good. Stretch up and breathe. Big twist. Exhale, float your palm down. Twist to your warrior two. Cartwheel arms up. And same thing here. You can check for your toe. You can notice how you feel in this pose. Breathe. Inhale and exhale, peaceful warrior. Looking up, stretching through that side body. Exhale, arms back down to the earth. Step your foot back up and forward fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step your left foot back and twist. Now we're flowing, so one breath, one movement. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, come all the way down. Exhale, step up to the front and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold. Exhale, pause. Inhale, twist. Exhale, come back. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, cartwheel. Exhale, come back up and fold. Step up to the top of your mat and fold. Inhale, come back up to your low mountain pose. Find some easy, gentle movement here. And now we're going to try a tree pose. So you can start small. Put your weight into your left foot and notice how that feels. And now we can bring our foot up to our ankle or to our inner thigh. It can be anywhere that feels good as long as it's not directly pressing onto your knee joint, because that can cause injury. We can keep our hands here, or we can inhale, reach them up, and start to grow some branches. Notice how you feel. If you happen to fall, it's okay. Come right back. Now we're going to switch sides, keeping in mind again that this side might not feel like the last one. It might be completely different. The last side might have felt nice and stable, and this side could be wobbly. like my wobbly cat Amos, who I found on the street in September. But you can still grow your branches. You can exhale, come back to center. And we're going to find a nice seat, a nice laying down position on our mat, because this first practice has come to an end. This final pose is called Shavasana, or corpse pose, and this is where we relax and soak in all the goodness of the practice we just did together. Now, each practice is going to have a verse associated with it, and if you checked your email, you've already seen that this week's verse is Isaiah 11, 1 through 5. A shoot will come up from the stump of Jesse. From his roots a branch will bear fruit. The Spirit of the Lord will rest on him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and of might, the Spirit of knowledge and fear of the Lord, and he will delight in the fear of the Lord. He will not judge by what he sees with his eyes, or decide by what he hears with his ears, but with righteousness he will judge the needy. With justice he will give decisions for the poor of the earth. He will strike the earth with the rod of his mouth, with the breath of his lips he will slay the wicked. Righteousness will be his belt, and faithfulness the sash around his waist. Amen.